I've got some unbelievable news just breaking yesterday. Microsoft has bought Activision Blizzard for almost $70 billion. I saw this announced last night and I'm just blown away. I'm super duper excited because this is easily one of the most insane things to ever happen in the gaming industry, and this is history in the making, guys. I guarantee this announcement is turning heads at the Valve office, and I can't wait to share my thoughts on what this means for the gaming industry as a whole, casual gamers, competitive gamers, and how this announcement is relevant to Valve and Team Fortress 2. If you're new here, then welcome, and if you enjoyed this style of content, then subscribe, check out my socials in the description, and leave a comment down below. So a quick update if you're living under a rock and you haven't heard this news yet. In November 2021, Xbox, which is owned by Microsoft, said they were re-evaluating their relationship with Blizzard, and almost 2 months later they evaluated it as worth buying for almost $70 billion. And honestly, at that price, it's an absolute steal for Microsoft. They've picked the perfect time to buy out Blizzard. Now, most of you probably already know about how big Bobby Kotick and all the Blizzard team have been in a lot of hot water recently with a wide range of pretty awful accusations, actually. I don't want to go into too much detail here, but it's safe to say that people's opinion of Blizzard and their games are at an all-time low. But Microsoft has pulled off a bit of a masterstroke here. They've waited for the scandals to reduce Blizzard's value, and then they've bought Blizzard out at its absolute lowest point, and honestly, you can only get up from here. So why has Microsoft purchased Blizzard for almost $70 billion? Well, for Microsoft, it's all about that Xbox Game Pass. They want this to be the place to play games, and to make it as convenient as possible. They want someone to buy an Xbox console or install Windows, and with a few simple clicks and an £8 monthly subscription, instantly have access to a wide catalogue of the most popular games in the world. And with this acquisition of Activision Blizzard, Microsoft now owns some of the most lucrative intellectual properties and popular game franchises over the last 15 years. So just to put this in perspective for you guys and girls, Microsoft now owns Overwatch, Overwatch 2, Hearthstone, the entire Diablo game collection, the entire Call of Duty collection, World of Warcraft, the entire Warcraft lore and saga, StarCraft 1 and StarCraft 2. They own King, which is a developer that owns the entire Candy Crush franchise, containing dozens of games, and that's just the games they bought yesterday. They already own Halo, they already own Age of Empires, they already own Mojang and Minecraft. They've just went from a minimal share of the mobile gaming market to owning a huge chunk of the most popular mobile games on the planet, such as the Candy Crush series by King and Hearthstone by Blizzard. And now, with the Xbox Game Pass recently announcing 25 million active subscribers, Microsoft has made the ultimate statement with this acquisition. We're serious about the gaming industry, we foresee the gaming industry growing rapidly over the next few years, we're serious about creating a monopoly, and we are serious about dominating this rapidly growing market for the next 10 years. Now, the Xbox Game Pass will, over the next 12 months, be populated with some of the most well-known and beloved game franchises in the entire world. Microsoft has a history of success and has created some truly amazing games over the past few years, such as Age of Empires, as well as world-class updates that have completely revitalized games like Minecraft. And I think you know where I'm going with this, right? So how does this relate to other major players in the gaming industry like Valve, Sony, and Epic Games? Well, I guarantee you that the management teams of these companies are sweating bullets tonight, and rightly so, because their section of the gaming industry is now coming under direct attack by this acquisition of Activision Blizzard by Microsoft. And the main reason for that is because I think that the next step for Microsoft is to start gobbling up games and making them exclusive to the Xbox Game Pass. Now, the CEO of Microsoft Gaming, Phil Spencer, has said that it's not our intent to pull communities away from other platforms, so you should expect already released Call of Duty games, for example, to remain playable on PlayStation for the time being. However, you can probably expect games like Overwatch, World of Warcraft, and maybe even future Call of Duty releases to be absolutely exclusive to the Xbox Game Pass. This means that Valve, Sony, and Epic Games are on a very serious timer. A customer could either choose to spend 30 quid on one game from Valve or Epic Games, or £8 per month and get around 4 months of access to the entire Xbox Game Pass collection. Many casual gamers are going to be choosing that Xbox Game Pass because it now has a wide range of fun, casual and popular games like Candy Crush, Minecraft, Overwatch and Hearthstone. And what this means for companies like Valve and Sony is that they're going to see their revenue and player base migrate to the Xbox Game Pass. And that means Valve and the other big gaming companies need to decide on a course of action very, very soon. Will they develop their own high quality, exclusive, must-buy games and try and compete with Microsoft through quality? Sony's rumoured to be working on their own version of a PlayStation Game Pass, so this is definitely a potential option. Maybe the big gaming companies are going to strike a deal with Microsoft to distribute the Xbox Game Pass or some of the exclusive games on their own platforms. Valve, for example, could definitely work with Microsoft and potentially host the Xbox Game Pass through the Steam store. Or finally, will these companies try and offer their popular games to Microsoft under an exclusivity deal which grants them a share of the profits, whilst Microsoft advertises their game on every Xbox and every Windows machine across billions of devices every day? Whatever the case, Microsoft and the Xbox Game Pass is set up to be the premier gaming platform for console, PC and mobile gaming. Microsoft is going to continue to populate the Xbox Game Pass with original Microsoft games, new games from external developers under an exclusivity deal, and existing games and franchises that could perhaps fit the casual theme of the Xbox Game Pass collection. Basically what I'm trying to get at is I see a potentially crazy future where Team Fortress 2 could end up on the Xbox Game Pass, maybe even as an exclusive game or as a free trial to lure people to buy the actual pass. Now if you think I'm completely out of my mind and it'll just never happen, then maybe you're right, but I do promise you this, I would not be excited if I didn't think it was possible. Let's think about this hypothetical future from a marketing and management perspective. So the Xbox Game Pass has 25 million active subscribers, and with the recent acquisition of Activision Blizzard and some of the most popular gaming franchise in history, that number is only going to go up. Steam, on the other hand, has 120 million monthly active users, and if Valve does nothing, this number is just going to decrease, because some users are inevitably going to switch to only using the Xbox Game Pass and its range of new and exclusive games. So to combat this exodus of active monthly users, Valve really has two main options. Firstly, they could ignore Microsoft altogether and just focus on their projects, slowly losing active monthly users to the Xbox Game Pass, but maintaining that sizable chunk of the gaming market. They could update their current games and even release more Steam exclusive games, which would, of course, boost up the user count again for a few more months. It's probably not the safest option, but it's definitely possible. After all, Steam does have a much higher number of active users than Xbox Game Pass, at least for now. Secondly, they could work with Microsoft to cross-promote the Xbox Game Pass along with Valve's own games. This is probably the most likely option because the creator of Valve News Network channel, a well-known and reputable source for all Valve-related news, suggested in the past that Valve is already looking to get the Xbox Game Pass on board on Steam. This means that Microsoft gets access to Steam's 120 million monthly users, and Valve gets access to a percentage of any Xbox Game Pass sales made through Steam. It's definitely a viable option, and this brings me to how this could affect Team Fortress 2. Team Fortress 2 is a casual, fun, cartoony shooter which could fit nicely alongside Microsoft's new acquisitions like Candy Crush, Overwatch and Minecraft. And on top of that, TF2's business model is highly profitable, with microtransactions and the Steam community market integrating well and creating a really good ecosystem. The main reason that Valve doesn't work on TF2 is because they simply don't have a great incentive to do it. It's already profitable, it's already working fine in their opinion, and dedicating any number of developers to TF2 instead of a potential Half-Life 3 simply doesn't make sense from a business standpoint for Valve. However, Microsoft has the resources, the time and the ambition to take a profitable game like TF2 and scale it up for their own Xbox Pass. Microsoft is actively looking for exclusive games that will work as part of a casual and popular game collection. Microsoft gets to advertise and sell their Xbox Game Pass through Steam, and in return, Valve can advertise their newest releases on Microsoft's Xbox Game Pass to over 25 million active users, some of which potentially don't use Steam or haven't even heard of it. Microsoft could even send over a few developers here and there to revitalize games and get them ready for Xbox Game Pass promotion and making sure they're all ready to go. One of these games could be TF2, for example. Imagine if Microsoft sent over a couple of developers, worked with Valve, and created a small range of games that they use for free to bolster both sites. One of these games, TF2, imagine modernizing it, making an update, making a sequel even, TF3. It'd be unbelievable. I'm super excited and I cannot believe that this is not a possibility. I really don't think this is outlandish or unbelievable. Microsoft has a precedent of taking older classic games like Minecraft, which was on the decline, and then revitalizing them with constant updates. Now, Minecraft is more popular than ever, and TF2 is one of the most beloved games in history. Amazing characters, a rich community, and just something which, if taken to the next level by Microsoft or even Valve, it could become something of like a poster child for Xbox Game Pass or Steam. Imagine just a free game that anyone can come in and play, and it's very casual, it's already active, it's profitable. I really truly believe that this has a future. I see a future where TF2, or something like a spiritual sequel, TF3, Team Fortress, like some sort of Team Fortress knockoff or some sort of merger combining some of the characters, something similar to that. So I really hope you enjoyed this kind of different style of video, a little bit more news oriented, but very, very relevant. If you do basically any gaming, or if you play basically any popular game, Call of Duty, Overwatch, Team Fortress 2, Valve, any game, every single gaming company is going to be affected by this. They're going to be reacting to it, they're going to be doing their own games, their own passes, they're going to be making deals with Microsoft. It's an amazing time to be a video gamer, and an amazing time to be a content creator. I'm super, super excited. I'm going to be looking at it very closely, and I'm going to be hoping deep down that Team Fortress 2 gets some love from this whole deal. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this content, and if you did enjoy this content and you're new to my channel, then consider subscribing, drop a comment down below, and take care.